respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect. When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get the hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect.
We just want our respect.
Don't be chirping me after this.
My organization want their respect. I want my damn respect too.
You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. If you gonna chirp me, make sure it's about that guala though, you know what I mean? Guala only.
When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect. When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect.
We just want our respect.
Don't be chirping me after this.
My organization want their respect. I want my damn respect too.
You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. If you gonna chirp me, make sure it's about that guala though, you know what I mean? Guala only.
When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect. When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect.
We just want our respect.
Don't be chirping me after this.
My organization want their respect. I want my damn respect too.
You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. If you gonna chirp me, make sure it's about that guala though, you know what I mean? Guala only.
When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect. When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect.
We just want our respect.
Don't be chirping me after this.
My organization want their respect. I want my damn respect too.
You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. If you gonna chirp me, make sure it's about that guala though, you know what I mean? Guala only.
When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect. When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just...
We just want our respect.
Don't be chirping me after this.
My organization want their respect. I want my damn respect too.
You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. If you gonna chirp me, make sure it's about that guala though, you know what I mean? Guala only.
When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect. When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect.
We just want our respect.
Don't be chirping me after this.
My organization want their respect.
What's up? Knock, knock. What up, cousin and cousins? I'm your favorite cousin from Auntie Uncle. You even know you had. I'm 34 and a half. and this is the first episode of recovering. This is definitely a test episode just to make sure everything is working the way it needs to be working. So I ask you just to bear with me. This will be a weekly episodic show hour recap, things that happened throughout this week in the news that I find intriguing, that I just thought to bring you to attention. I think that it would be crazy of me not to bring up one of the topics of the news that I think stuck out for me this week. This is the first week of the year, and we have already lost a hip-hop great and Gangsta Boo, who was a member of the 3-6 Mafia. Let's give a little bit of history on who she is as a person. So it says Gangsta Boo, or the artist better known as Gangsta Boo, was Lola Cantrell Mitchell, better known by her stage name Gangsta Boo, was an American rapper, trailblazer for women in sub-hip-hop scene, and she rose to prominence as a member of the 3-6 Mafia group, which she had joined at the age of 16. She was born August 7th, 1979, and she passed away January 1st, 2028. She released 6 albums. She has solo albums. She did a lot of things, and as of now, people are saying that she possibly died from an overdose. Now, even though this happened last week, because I didn't have the show and I wasn't doing it, I wasn't able to talk about it, there was another artist from Memphis who also possibly died from an overdose, and his name was Big Scar. I just think that it's very eye-opening, or I hope it can be for a lot of people to realize that drug use is a very dangerous game that people are playing. One of the reasons that I call this show Recovering is because I myself am a recovering addict. While we have no affiliations with any or promotion through them things, I myself, as a person who's in recovery, 18 months now, almost going on 19 months, I've seen so many people pass on last year that I can't even count, countless people. And I feel like a lot of times when these celebrities pass away, it definitely gives us a reality that, hey, there is no discrimination. It ain't about how much money you got, it ain't about how much money you don't have. This is a real issue where we need to stop looking for things that's outside of ourselves that can harm us and leave us dead. As a child, to me doing stuff that I was doing, like the drugs that I partook in, from weed to ecstasy to Molly, I think there was always like a fun aspect of it. And I feel like at this point in 2023, the fun is out of it, man. There is no more fun. You risk dying, and I don't think it's worth that. At least not for me. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of anything that's connected with that. I would definitely ask you to just be safe out there. Just be safe. Because when you think, hey, I'm just having some fun, I'm just doing something, I'm just chilling, and people need to be less serious or whatever that even actually means, you can end up dead. So I just ask you, please, just be safe out there in these streets, and don't make those decisions. And definitely, honor her, listen to her music, give her a chance, and try not to follow the same mistakes. They say a fool has to learn from his own mistakes, and a wise man can learn from others. It's only allegedly that she died from an overdose. But at this point, even if that could be something that could be allegedly just shows that people in this new world that we're living in, that's what's killing a lot of us. A lot of us are dying from that. I know that you can't avoid death, even though perhaps somebody might want to. I believe that even though it's unavoidable, it doesn't mean that you have to die like that. I remember there was a show on this old place to be on TV called 1,000 Ways to Die, and it was always some radical thing. Somebody, he got trampled by a rhino. He died skydiving. So many different radical ways that somebody could die, and you just don't want that to be on the list. You don't want that to be on the list of the things that have happened to make it to why you have died like that. You know what I'm saying? So you just want to be pick another out of that 1,000 ways to die. Try to pick 999 other ways that you could possibly go. I know that when people do drugs in their mind, they're not thinking, "Oh, I'm about to die tomorrow." I know that's not the thing you're thinking, but that's the worst thing about dying. There's a lot of bad things about it, or dying from something like that is it can happen at any time. And a lot of times, some people do get brought back. You got Narcan and all that type of stuff, but some people are not that fortunate. So I ask you just hopefully make better decisions with what you got going on in your life and what that can mean and not mean. So take this time to have a moment of silence for Gangsta Boo and her family and everybody else we lost this year or last year, because maybe we didn't get a chance to do that. So we have like a little moment of silence for them.
Don't be chirping me after this. 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 Don't be chirping me after this.
How do you feel about this, Jack?
Don't be chirping me after this. Don't be chirping me after this.
Is it still important?
Don't be chirping me after this. Don't be chirping me after this. Don't be chirping me after this. Don't be chirping me after.
Next top story, even also hip hop related. NBA YoungBoy and Fredo Bang decide to dead their beef. And my thoughts on that. Honestly, I've been a fan of both these guys on various moments. You know, support their music, think it's good music. And it's the outside looking in. I don't know how much beef these guys really got with each other. However, to see people come together and do something different, opposed to just killing each other, well, you can't beat that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't beat that at all. That's just something I feel like is just a beautiful thing that happened. To see them guys put together their differences in a world where it seems like most people can't dead the beef until you dead. I hope that people can follow their lead in this positive direction, but I'm not done to the fact that it seems like most people follow negativity more than they do follow positive things. But I hope that some people do. I'm sure somebody might learn from it because, hey, you can't bring people back through revenge. That's not going to happen. So the best way to honor them is to live your best life. And part of living your best life, we're not having to be looking over your shoulder everywhere you go because of the fact that you got beef with somebody. So really, I like to give that, situation right there, definitely like a lot of love and support. I know a lot of people are not going to report on it because it's not negative, but some people have, and I just think I'm happy to see what those guys are doing in their situation.
Don't be chirping me after this. 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 after this. Don't be chirping me after this. Don't be chirping me after this. Don't be chirping me after this.
Right there.
Don't be chirping me after this.
Ma, did you exit with the button?
Don't be chirping me after this.
Mama.
Don't be chirping me after this. Don't be chirping me after
No, someone played on my thing and I had to get on my stuff
Shed
bag.
light on what investigators believe may have been the motive for the Milwaukee mail carrier's murder. The new documents include a lengthy criminal complaint written by an inspector with the U.S. Postal Inspection Service. CBS 58's Adam Reif live in studio to break down what we're learning. Adam.
Well, federal investigators believe Kevin McCaw and Charles Ducksworth Jr. may have killed Andre Cross over a missing package of suspected drugs. That new information coming one day after it was announced both men are facing murder charges after Cross was shot in the head December 9th. New federal documents are shedding light on the activities of 36-year-old Kevin McCaw and 26-year-old Charles Ducksworth Jr., two Milwaukee men charged with murder. Investigators say 44-year-old Andre Cross scanned a package on December 2nd as delivery attempted. No access to delivery location. According to Postal Service records, that package was addressed to Ducksworth's home. Investigators say a nearly identical package was sent to an address next to McCaw's home. And since July, a dozen other suspected drug packages were delivered to the two addresses. They came from a California address that had shipped a seized package of crystal meth last year. Postage for all the packages was purchased from a third party with cryptocurrency. The criminal complaint says Cross's delivery attempted scam, combined with evidence the package was not returned to a USPS facility, could indicate Cross kept the package or gave it to someone else outside of normal operations. Cross was murdered 1 week later on December 9th outside his mail truck on North 65th Street. The federal documents show investigators reviewed hours of surveillance video recorded at more than a dozen homes. That video tracks both the mail truck and the silver Audi SUV McCaw and Ducksworth are believed to have been riding in. For nearly 40 minutes, that SUV tailed Cross. And at 4:38, video shows one of the suspects walking from the SUV and across the street, approaching Cross from behind. A single gunshot is heard on the video. The suspect then runs back to the SUV and it speeds away. That complaint also details how a
You know, this is just like, I seen this and I thought of that movie with Mike Epps and the guy from Clueless. I thought of that movie of Next Day Air when they deliver the drugs to the wrong person, and then, like, you know what I mean? They, like, you know, it's sad somebody had to die. Well, it's so many different elements to the story that I just find truly disturbing. The fact that, first of all, people, you think you sneaking. You not sneaking. There's nothing sneaky going on about what you're doing. Oh, we're buying stuff with cryptocurrency. Or we doing this, or we doing that. Ain't no sneaking in this world. Snowden, the guy Snowden told you, man, they are watching everything. They literally, like, I don't know if you ever seen that movie with Will Smith, Enemy of the State. If you ain't never seen that movie, please go back and watch it. We are living in that world where there's enough stuff around where if they want to catch you doing something, you will get caught. You can't hide. You think you low. You not low. You are high as fuck. You might as well. You probably are really high. But like, you are up there. They know what's going on. They're watching you, man. They are truly watching you, waiting for you to pretend like you don't know what's going on. They even connected. I cut it off a little early. They connected another lady to the crime. She thought she was sneaking and geeking. You're not sneaking and geeking. They got you. They tracked them down on camera all the way to the location, to the thing. Basically, what you gonna say now? Oh, you ain't do it? That's what you gonna try to tell them? They got you on camera. I mean, it's all allegedly, but come on. You gotta be way smarter, man. Way smarter. And sometimes you gotta learn to take a loss. A loss
what you like the bare minimum of the laws that you're losing. You thinking you're losing a lot? You're not losing a lot compared to what you can lose. All right, so they lost those drugs, and they go kill this postman. Now they lost their freedom. It seemed worth it at the time. Like you was like that's what I always say. That's funny about murder because like I'm dumb enough. I'm dumb enough to want to murder somebody too. But then I realized that what are you gonna have to? It's like you're gonna have to turn into Jason because you got to murder everybody. Because ain't like every mailman gonna know now to deliver your package. What is the point? You don't even know if he made a mistake. If he got, you done took this person away from their family. You don't even know the situation completely. Like somebody else there's no way to, like I said, there's no way to be low. Somebody else could have went on your porch and sat there knowing you getting stuff, signed for the shit, boom. Now he just doing his job. But you think you're going to do your job, and now you're going to be sitting there having to work in the kitchen in jail or something like that because you're doing too much. Just fall back. Sometimes you got to take a loss and just know that you need a new hustle, man. This drug shit is killing us. It's killing our people, and it's taking us away from our people, and we still being defeated. I was talking to somebody the other day where it's like the greatest thing the devil ever did was make you believe that he doesn't exist. If you're saying you have an adversary that you know exists, then for the reality of life, that's not even a quality adversary. Because that means that you know how to prepare for them because you know they exist. You know they're going to attack you. You're not in as much danger as you would be if you didn't know this person was coming at you. So just watch out. When you think, please, there's no way. You better do it on foot or something.
Don't be chirping me after this. 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 Don't be chirping me after this.
Music review. Uncle Murder dropped his wrap up as he always do at this time of the year, and this year I don't want to play it for copyright purposes. Fire. If you haven't heard it, check it out. Definitely a good song. I just love it, man. I wasn't never really the biggest Uncle Murder fan. I did like Don't Come Outside #1. No, I ain't gonna lie. I was fucking with that. Don't Come Outside #1. That shit was jumping. Had a lot of good joints on there. However, them wrap-ups every year, like he said this year, he not going to front like he not doing it no more. He know he going to keep doing it. And I hope he do, man. Definitely some of the, it's a 15-minute song, though, so I hope you got some time to sit down. You're going to have to break it up because it's 15 minutes. So you're going to be sitting around breaking it down. But I think it's a funny way to hear what happened throughout the year. It's almost like this show. It's a good example of this show, but on a longer rate, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll start doing some rap recaps weekly. Nah, I'm not going to be sitting around writing raps all week long, trying to rhyme words together to do the show. I ain't going to Dr. Seuss this motherfucker. Not to say I couldn't, know, but if I wanted to, no, I'm joking. That's one of the songs that dropped this week that I really was into. NBA Youngboy, again, back in the news, signed a deal with Motown. And he dropped the album. I haven't been able to listen to the album. So I know it's gonna be late next week, but I'll listen to some songs off it. I heard one joint off it that they got the video for. It's okay. I'm not the biggest hater or the biggest fan of NBA YoungBoy. I think sometimes you hear, sometimes you miss, like any other artist, and I just haven't really getting a chance to break it down. Other than that, this new year, I mean, I'm big on this. I'm loving this drill shit that's going on in New York. You know, I'm from New York. I don't reside there no more. I reside in a different location now, but I'm loving it, and that to me will be some things that stood out to me this week musically.
Don't be chirping me after this. 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 Don't be chirping me after this.
What's going on TV? TV and movies review. So, they just brought BMF back. Oh my God. They some bad motherfuckers. I swear to God. I'm so hyped that they brought BMF back, man. I have read the BMF show, movie. I read the book when I was locked up. And, like, that's one thing, like, I ain't never really get into them, like, the fictitious gangster stories they used to, like, them novels people be writing. I love Donald Goines stuff, even though I know, you know, I guess that's fictional, but however, when it comes to stuff like those, you know, True to the Game, and all them hood books, I never really was into them that much. And I read a lot of stuff that was like either you know, autobiography or biography, you know, like anything that was bio, I was into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love those things that come from a real place where it really happened. And reading their book when I was locked up, the story just seems so crazy. It seems so vivid. Whoever wrote that book, I forget the name of it, but it was a good one. And I read it. And now watching it through the show, I think it's just amazing acting. Meech's son, I heard he just got in a situation, allegedly he tried to take a gun on a plane. I don't know if he got a criminal record, if he's allowed to have a gun, or what situation with that, or how that's going to go. I hope that he can find a way to switch. He needs to be acting. He's doing great in this role. And I can see him definitely being involved in other roles at different times. So I'm excited to see what his future in acting could be. You know, I've got a couple of screenplays I'm working on. Maybe one day I could get him to get in one of those joints. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what the future could bring. I've been also watching Love After Lockup. I am fake addicted to that show. Oh my God, it's hilarious. They got all this funny stuff going on in that show. I love reality TV, man. So those movie-wise, I watch. Everybody's on Netflix, right? I watch White Noise. That movie was pretty good, just different. I like different movies. I don't like watching the same stuff all the time. I like switching it up, watching something that will have a different type of feel to it. And that movie definitely gave me that. So I guess my top picks for this week will be Love After Lockup, BMF, and what's the one I just said? White Noise was a good movie to check out if you haven't checked it out yet. So.
Don't be chirping me after this. 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 after this.
So, Kyrie Irving, everybody know last year, based on some tweets and some stuff that he said, he had dropped from his Nike deal, and now he's getting picked up by a shoe company that's more local, I guess, called Saya. I had never heard of him. I'm not a shoe guy. I'm not a shoe guy. I do have my own shoe. Check it out. Puzzle Piece. Go check the clothing line out. Hashtag Puzzle Piece. Puzzill Piece Clothing. And I got my own shoe with that. But I'm not the biggest like sneakerhead. My cousin's really into sneakers, stuff like that. But I heard this side guy is pretty known for custom pieces and doing some stuff. And now he's got his own sneaker. And Kyrie decided to go with him. I honestly felt like it's almost like the interview with Sway and Kanye West when he talked about how, you should get your stuff produced by your own people and, do your own production, and then they didn't do it, and he was like, you don't have to answer, Sway. And then, like, just recently, Kanye West was like, he was right, he should have did that. I feel like that's the same way. I think, like, when the Ball Brothers came out a couple of years ago and they had their Baller brand sneakers, even though it ended up not going all the way the way they like for whatever reason, it didn't keep up with demand, I still feel like they was on the right path. A company like Nike, and this is no offense to Nike, Reeboks, or anybody, even I'm wearing Converse, right? No offense to these people, but I don't see enough Nike recreational centers in impoverished areas. As much money as a company like Nike makes from people, I would like to see them donating back. I would love to see more Jordan recreational centers in impoverished areas. I heard that, there was a big rumor at one point Michael Jordan invested in prisons or whatever. And I'm not mad at him about that, but I feel like in a sense to me, from that money, you can always make money to invest in something else. And it almost, to me, I feel like it's only one side of it. It's just like take. What do you give back? How do you help people? And I feel the same way about movies. They could be having way more, Paramount could be opening up way more acting type recreational things in the hood where people can learn how to act and how to write screenplays. And I feel the same way about music studios. A person like Universal, to me it would make sense. Like you got Universal, the music company, and they open up a place where people can record music and learn about music and learn different stuff. They can get more, they could be farming artists like that. They can help create the artists and make it to where artists doesn't feel like, oh, I gotta do something like go sell drugs or do some stupid shit. I'm not giving a person an excuse. However, I feel like a lot of times, like these companies just take, and they're not giving back to the communities that they're taking from on any level, And I just feel like, especially one where it's needed. So that's my big opinion. I'm happy when a sneaker come out. I might support it. I might not. I don't know the price tag on it yet. I've seen some like what it looks like, I guess, based on it, and so I just feel like, hey, whenever it comes out, I might support, I might not. And then even when they drop and they start making money, hey, I hope they give back. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be chirping me after this. 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 Don't be chirping me after this.
Oh yeah, so they arrested El Chapo's son again, and they are turning the knob to 30. I wish if I got arrested, people did this when I got arrested, like blow shit up. I could even get people to post my bond. They was Like, they are blowing stuff up, shooting people. They said 29 people possibly died based on them arresting El Chapo's son. And I feel like that's not worth it. 29 people dying, let him go. What do you need, 30? I feel like if you arrest somebody and they kill 2 people, you gotta let them go. It's like, come on. What are we doing now? You know, because all the numbers, like, it's like, and when it gets to a number like 29, it's like, all right, and just stop arresting them. Just stop it. What are you arresting them for? You know, I guess it's committing crimes, but it's like, you're not winning. You need to find a whole new method because this arresting thing ain't working. You need to arrest the people around him because they the ones that's turning up. I'm sure he didn't kill 29 people from being locked up. They said there's a chance that he might be extradited to the United States. We'll see what happens with that. We don't know yet, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I was just shocked because I know they did it to him last time. They blew up buses or type. They had like a travel of like, don't travel. We arrested his son, just stay in the crib. You know what I'm saying? So that was really funny for me to see that happening on the news. Like, not people dying, but just the idea of like, damn, he gets arrested, and almost like something that DJ Academic was saying, how when people out here talk about they the mob and all of that, and they the boss and all of that, and they get arrested, and half of them rap or just be sitting in jail. Nobody does nothing. Nobody, you know, like, I be thinking about the Atlanta DA, the one that put Young Thug in jail and Gunna in jail. Are people going to vote for her next year? Like, you know what I mean? Because that's something you vote for. So, like, when you got a person like that put in that position of power, and she's putting people away that people say they don't want in jail, are they now going to vote for her next year or not? What's going to be the situation? So, I think that was a news story that got me. And we're going to be rounding on to our final news story coming up next.
Don't be chirping me after this. 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 Don't be chirping me after this.
Yeah.
Don't be chirping me after this.
I'm almost done.
Then we can do the interview.
Don't be chirping me after this.
Then you'll interview me about my song.
Don't be chirping me after this.
You ain't got no clothes on. You got to go and interview him now.
Don't be chirping me after this.
I'm going on to
Don't be chirping me after this. Don't be chirping me after this.
So my final news story before I do a quick little interview with my son is going to be about how there's a guy in football. His name is Damar Hamlin. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong, but Damar Hamlin, he collapsed on the football field. He plays for the Buffalo Bills, and during a football game sometime this week, let me make sure I give you the accurate information, right?
They want to go. I can put some different pants on if you want. Dad.
So during the game that he was playing against, they're saying that so they're saying that he was on the field Monday. He's playing against the Bengals. He is currently in condition. This is old. He was at Cincinnati Hospital. The chilling scene midway through the opening quarters led to the league postponing the game about 90 minutes after kickoff. So he's 24 years old. He's on the field for multiple minutes after collapsing following his tackle of Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins. Hamlin received oxygen according to the reports, and he was placed in the ambulance, taken off the field some 16 minutes after he collapsed. He then was driven to the nearby University of Cincinnati Community Center. Definitely, man, football is a very dangerous sport, and I just feel like, yo, you know, we need to definitely just pray for that brother, and, you know, realize that I don't think that there's any way to know what's going to happen to you when you're in these football games. And I just sent prayers out to him. I know he's living his dream and all that. So I just want to send my condolences to him and prayers to him.
Don't be chirping me after this.
On that?
Hold on.
So you're like good.
Don't be chirping me after this.
I hear you from there.
Don't be chirping me after this. Don't be chirping me after this.
Move over a little bit more.
Don't be chirping me after this.
How you doing? Let everybody know who you are. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Trenton. I like to do music.
You like to do music?
Yes.
What kind of music would you say you like to do?
I like to do rap. I like to sing.
Oh, can we expect some music from you this year?
Like right now?
No, not right now, but I'm saying this year. Are you gonna have an album coming out this year? Are you gonna be doing some recordings?
Probably.
What's gonna be your what kind? How would you describe the type of music you made to a person who might have never heard it?
After they listen to me, they probably get used to it.
You know what I'm saying? How would you describe your music to somebody who never heard it?
How would I describe it? Like gangster music?
You make gangster music. What do you want your influence to be on people? How long have you been doing music?
For about like
Hey,
Couple of months.
you home?
What's your who's your
Alright,
artist?
I'll be there probably within the next hour.
Who are you listening to?
Alright, thank you.
who I be listening to?
Yeah.
I'll be listening to Lil Baby and yeah. All those rappers.
That's who you listen to? What's going to be, do you know what the name of your album's going to be yet? What's going to be the name of your album?
Icy Ice.
Icy Ice? You want to spit a freestyle for us? Yeah.
Like beatbox or?
What's that? You want to freestyle rap? You want to do some?
Yeah.
Can we hear it?
And I put it on my bed, I put it on my right, and put it on my gun, put it with a couple bass. Put it with a couple rays, put it with a couple bass, and put it with a couple bass, put it with a couple rays.
Is that it? All right. When do you think we might be getting the album?
Probably like tomorrow.
You're going to drop an album tomorrow? So you have the songs already recorded? What's the name of the single?
It's called Ice on My Wrist.
Ice on Your Wrist? And what's the name of the album again?
Ice Ice.
So you want them to look out for your album Ice Ice coming out tomorrow? All right. Where can they hear it at?
I could probably record it on the music thing and they can hear it.
I'm saying, where can they hear it at? Is it going to be on Apple, YouTube, Tidal, Spotify? Where's it going to be at?
Probably YouTube.
Probably on YouTube?
Can I record it on this one?
What you mean?
Don't you have a speaker thing?
I just want from you.
So you want me to record the album? You don't have the album recorded?
Not yet, not yet.
So maybe you don't think it's going to, maybe it won't come out tomorrow then because
Okay, I'll put
you
it.
might need some time.
Okay, I'll do it in 3 days. 3 days.
You going to do an album in 3 days? Who's going to produce? Who's producing for you?
How do you?
I don't really produce. Who's making beats for you?
Oh,
Probably.
You're making your own beats?
Alright, bye guys. That's it for today. Oh, and stay healthy out there.
Thanks.
to this interview.
Don't be chirping me after this.
You have one more story?
No, dude.
Don't be chirping me after this.
Are you gonna put the interview with me on there?
We just want our respect.
Are you gonna put the interview with me on
Don't be chirping me after this.
Our organization want their respect.
Mom?
I want my damn respect too.
Man, you gonna chirp me, make sure it's about that guala though, you know what I mean? Guala only.
When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect. When they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get the hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and
We just want our respect.
Don't be chirping me after this.
Our organization want their respect. I want my damn respect too.
Man, you gonna chirp me, make sure it's about that guala though, you know what I mean? Guala only.
when they tell me that they love me, I just want respect. Instead of giving me your heart, get a hood a check. Instead of catching feelings, you should try to catch a jet. If they ever do call, I just open and collect.